to be the biggest in company history. Let's lock in. We just got back from our Middle East tour.
Welcome to Riyadh.
With Abdul, our regional director. And we spent time in Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Qatar, and Saudi Arabia, where we were able to meet with major stakeholders in the region that are interested in connecting the dots, creating that bridge between North America and the Middle East region through basketball and creating a global impact through multiple basketball projects, which we're excited to share as we roll into 2026. And as we move over to Saudi Arabia, a country going through a transformation with a strong ambition in sports and entertainment. This is a country that's hungry for more. Working together with North Pole Hoops, we want to bring the basketball world to the kingdom. Now we're back in the United States of America, focused on building the Southern Conference of North Pole Hoops. The evolution of prep basketball, from national championships to continental cups. We are choosing select programs that align with our global vision. As for up north in Canada, the momentum is undeniable. We just finished up a Montreal session, and we're heading into the new year in the nation's capital of Ottawa. As we get closer to March, championship month, the storylines are picking up. In Canada, one of the biggest storylines, David Bottomley, averaging 47 points per game following the tragic loss of his father. He is now turning performance into purpose, and that's MPH family. Then you look at Isaiah Hamilton and Kareem Al-Jabbar, two NBA level prospects who are breaking out in the NPA in their first year of prep basketball. They've stepped into a higher level of competition and structure, and instead of adjusting slowly, they've announced themselves. And of course, the rivalry that continues to define Canadian prep basketball. Fort Erie versus Royal Crown, owners of the last two national championships. A storied matchup that keeps bubbling season after season as both programs chase another NPA crown. Every time they meet, it means something. Honorable mention that truly deserves recognition, Yusuf Ahmed. Watching Yusuf rise through the MPH ecosystem, from dominating D1 to becoming one of the top players in the NPA and Canada overall, is exactly why this platform exists. These aren't just highlights, these are pathways, growth stories, and proof that the ecosystem works. And when it comes to women's basketball, the ladies are shining. We're in year 2 of the WNPA, and we're elevating women's basketball. With star talent like Chance Berry, Amelia Sow, Jordan Wheeler, they're setting a global standard for what's to come. So what can we expect moving forward at North Pole Hoops? We're building conferences. 4 conferences over the next 2 years are in the process of being built. We have the Central Conference, which will cover the majority of Ontario. Eastern Conference will start in the nation's capital from Ottawa, go throughout Quebec and Atlantic Canada, connecting the whole eastern region of the country. And then Western Canada starts in Manitoba, goes through Saskatchewan, Alberta, and BC. Last but not least, the Southern Conference in the USA. That is under construction as we speak and will be growing over the next couple years, starting with the inaugural 26-27 season, MPA and WNPA South. Conferences equal structure. This isn't just expansion for the sake of expansion. This is intentional growth built to last. At North Pole Hoops, it's always been about building growth pathways on and off the floor. And entering 2026, it's about alignment, global reach, and raising the standard everywhere we go. To coaches, parents, players, and partners, thank you for continuing to believe in this vision. We're just getting started. Thank you.
My name is Chaz Louisi from Arete Threads. We are going to outfit a basketball player from head to toe. We do on-court apparel for uniforms, and then we do warm-up apparel, shooting shirts, off-court apparel. We do track suits, and then we do backpacks to carry all the gear to games to and from. Like North Pole Hoops helping on the league side and exposure side, we're going to help with the apparel side as well. You look good, feel good, play good, right? So trying to help kids do that and help as many kids as possible, right?
Right back. Okay. You guys got to be aggressive. 6 minutes left. It's a 13-point game. Okay, this is the time. Now's the time. Stay focused.
Every player deserves a chance to be seen, a chance to be heard, a chance to leverage opportunities and showcase their skills. At NPH, players and teams can create their very own unique pieces of content, from individual player and team mixtapes to feature stories, program documentaries, and live broadcast experiences. NPH creates high-quality visual content with one purpose: exposure. Canada breeds basketball talent, and the players and programs deserve a chance to showcase it. So wake up, because exposure starts here.
They've been sleeping tons of. Wake up, wake up. Wake up is a new day, new era. Lights on, game loud, move clearer. They slept too long, now the storm got nearer. Wake up, look in the mirror. Wake up, you feel that shift in the air. Stardust burn, old crew in the flare. What's gonna shake when the dreamers declare? Wake up, we already here. Wake up, wake up. Cold floors, no name on the list. We built from the shadows, can't sleep on this. Every miss was a spark, now the flames exist. Universe are aligned, can't resist the twist. They hit snooze while we built in the dark. Now we run plays with celestial love. From the north to the world, hear the engine start. Wake up, we igniting the spark. This the moment when the lights flip.
My name is Sunny Suits, and I'm the co-founder and director of Western Canada Prep Academy. We started our program to help keep kids home that were leaving to play prep school in other areas, so we wanted to provide an option for that high-performance environment in Edmonton. For us, joining the Wnpa is a natural progression. We want to be able to participate in a national platform. We've been playing against a lot of American leagues over the years, and we feel like playing in a national Canadian league is a really good look for our program. Having an MPH Western Conference will allow us to have better games at home, and that's always been a thing going out west. But there's a couple really good anchor programs out here that we get to play, but there's not enough to allow them to advance. And creating that conference will allow us to have more sustainable, high level of competition regularly in our area. That helps in a lot of different ways, and it's going to help grow the game quite a bit by just having that presence out there.
Welcome back, folks. It's day 4 of some more North Pole Hoops action here in the WNPA. We have Royal Crown taking on Sacred Heart. I'm Anthony Marinoff. Beside me is Julian Quintero Verano. And boy, Julian, we got quite the game in front of us.
It's been a very long weekend, Anthony. I'll tell you that. Obviously, you were holding the things down at the playground, but we're obviously not at the playground anymore. We're here at Royal Crown for the final slate of games that we had. 2 games earlier today at David Ann up in Thornhill. 1 more game out in Fort Erie. We're spread all over the place, but it's going to be exciting. This game between Royal Crown and Sacred Heart, I'm going to really much enjoy this one.
No doubt about that. These two teams, you know, Coach Lee Anna Osei on the Royal Crown side, 6-1, fighting for that 1 seed, while on the other side, 2-7 is Sean Bone and Nora Jones, excuse me. As that ball goes out of bounds, ball will stay with Sacred Heart.
Yeah, at Sacred Heart this year, as you mentioned, they're 2-7. It might have been a bit of a tough season for them so far, but you watch their games, they've played really, really well, especially in the opening parts of games. They bring it to the teams that they face. It's those late game situations that really ends up getting them, but if you look at their roster here, full of players, none of them graduating this year, all of them at least one more year further, several players in the class of 29, class of 2030, so expect these girls to keep developing and develop that way to hold on to games late on as the season progresses.
Score is now 2-2, mid-range from Sierra Bowen. While on the other side, Royal Crown tied up off a nice passing play. Your starters for Sacred Heart are number 3, Chloe Kenye, as there's a fast break layup. And that drops. Good layup there, nice defense. Now continue on with the starters for Sacred Heart. Number 3, Chloe Kenye. Number 10, Sierra Bowen. Number 7, Rose Charbonneau. Number 12, Julia Arteaga-Lavoie. And number 1, Masran Cherif.
Yeah, and you look at this team throughout for Sacred Heart, and there's so many players on this team that I love. Massaran Sheriff has been a great player, attacks the basket hard, is very, very talented on that sense, but most importantly, has a lot of length. If she's able to continue growing into this body, into who she can be, give it 2 more years, and she's going to be, I think, one of the best players in the league. Chloe Kenye, fantastic player, grabs boards like a madman. She's phenomenal on that front. Rose Charbonneau can hit a jumper whenever you need one, but the main focus of this team has been the Bowen sisters, and Sierra Bowen's going to look to keep leading this team. Julia Arteaga-Lavoie, also a player that I love, very high motor on her.
You mentioned Bowen's sister. One of them is out today, Annabelle Bowen. Averages 11.1 points per game. Big piece missing for them here today, so somebody's going to have to step up.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to see how this team does without Annabelle. It's just she had a shoulder injury, if I remember correctly from a conversation I had with Coach Nora Jones. Shoulder injury yesterday. If she was able to have someone wrap it up today, they'd probably be able to, but they decided it'd be safer for her not to try to risk it or anything. So they're going to be down one of their better players this game, but either way, it's going to be fun to see what the Sacred Heart can do. Let's see how they do in this one.
And
Royal
that's
Crown.
what they're doing, a 3-pointer in the corner for Royal Crown.
Yeah, very talented on this front, and we should expect a lot from them today. Royal Crown, obviously 6-1, one of the best sides we have in this league.
Royal Crown starters didn't get a chance to get to him, but let's do that right now. Number 3, Chance Berry, 2nd in the WNPA in points per game and assists per game. Kind of does it all, and 3rd in steals per game. The Phenom, as there's a travel whistled against Sacred Heart. Your other starters for Royal Crown are number 5, Amaya Robinson. Number 6, Victoria Stephan. Number 4, Eunicia Salgado. And number 23, Emerald Nanny.
Yeah, I want to say Emerald Nanny, I think one of the best players in this league when it comes to the pick and roll game. And when you have a player like Chance Berry and Amaya Robinson as your ball handlers, a player like Emerald Nanny has been fantastic. She gets under the basket amazingly. She's been able to rebound very, very well. But most importantly for me, the way she works off the footwork in the pick and roll. She finds amazing slips. She sets amazing plays towards the basket. And when you have people specifically like Chance Berry who love driving to the hoop, that's an amazing option and makes them significantly more deadly on the attack to the rim.
Royal Crown. Oh, man. Lead.
It's early.
Yeah, need some water. Royal Crown lead here 7-4 early on in the first quarter. Sacred Heart. Kick, 3-pointer. Money. 3-pointer falls for Charbonneau. That jump shot you were talking about, Julian.
Rose Charbonneau, magical when it comes to a 3-point ball, but you got to get back on the defensive end there, Royal Crown, and one of their biggest leaders on the team, Eunicia Salgado, the Boston College commit, with the bucket there.
Salgado, one of the more consistent players, like you said, key piece, 10 points in all 6 of their games that they've played. Very consistent player. Foul is going to be called on the ground.
Yeah, and as we see some substitutions here on the side of Royal Crown, I want to talk about specifically how this team has played throughout this year, and one of the best players that they have as she comes off here is Eunicia Salgado. What I think makes her as good as she is isn't just the actual talent on the court, but the leadership all around the game for him. She leads them in warm-ups. Anytime someone needs to say something on the bench, she's the one leading the charge on the conversation of the team. She's been a crucial point for him throughout. So Royal Crown, they heavily rely on Eunicia Salgado. She's the rock of this team. And, I mean, that's probably why Boston College really wants her. That's someone you want to have in your program.
Turnover there was committed by Sacred Heart. Royal Crown get the ball back. Barry, she drives. Barry goes up and one. Chance Barry with a chance at a three-point play.
That's just what she does. That's literally what she does. One of the best drivers to the hoop in the entirety of the WNPA, leads the league. One of the top scorers in the league when it comes to scoring, and one of the top players in all of North America for her class in the class of 2027. Number 3 rank in NPH out of all Canadian prospects, and that just goes to show the talent Chance Barry has. I mean, she's going to see if she can capitalize here.
And no good on that free throw. An 84% free throw shooter this season. Can't get that one to go. Ball is dribbled out of bounds. Another turnover here. Royal Crown get the ball back. Couple of substitutions now. Victoria Steffen checks back into the game along with number 1, Ailey Marshall. Here's Bonnie. Bonnie plays it over top. Marshall plays it inside now. Nanny, gets that one to drop.
That's what I've been talking about. Emerald Nanny, fantastic post move, puts the team on a rotation defensively, and the spin cycle leads to 2 points for Royal Crown.
Full court press here, finally get it above half court. Now press still on, Royal Crown get the steal. Here's Marshall, pass, layup, good. Number 12, Bonnie. Good bucket there, forces Sacred Heart to call a timeout. We'll be back after this short break.
My name is Chaz Louisi from Wnpa Threads. We are going to outfit a basketball player from head to toe. We do on-court apparel for uniforms, and then we do warm-up apparel, shooting shirts, off-court apparel. We do track suits, and then we do backpacks to carry all the gear to games to and from. Like North Pole Hoops helping on the league side and exposure side, we're going to help with the apparel side as well. You look good, feel good, play good, right? So trying to help kids do that and help as many kids as possible. But
We're back, folks. Break was indeed short. Scores 15-7. Royal Crown lead. As Julian said, we're not in Burlington anymore. Here we are back in the 6, Toronto, that is. Sacred Heart looking to get themselves going offensively. Here's a drive. Spin. Shot put up. Foul and one. Basket will count. Artiaga Lavoie, bucket.
I want to say right here, Julia Artiaga Lavoie, as I mentioned, a high motor player, a very talented player. She's performed very solidly throughout this year. And what story I want to tell real quick, I've been calling these games throughout the season. Her mom has been at almost every single one of her games. I don't see her here today, so a quick shout out to Julia's mother. Came up to me and she's like, hey, are you the one calling the game? I really hope. She gave me a whole pronunciation of her name, make sure that everything was good, and that in itself was very wonderful to see parents care so much about their kids. So quick shout out to Julia Arteaga Lavoie's mother, and then also all the mothers on both these teams, specifically Sacred Heart, who have been able to come all the way from Montreal for a lot of these games.
Well, that parental support's so big in a young player's journey, as there's a foul there, but like you said, that all the moms that come out, the parents, even anybody who just shows up and supports that player is something so crucial to the growth of a player, not only on the court, but also off the court and as a person as well. Here are a couple of free throws for Beata Musa. No good on the first. Musa will get one more shot here. And converts. So 1 for 2 at the line was Musa. Charbonneau inbounds. Webby trapped. Ball stolen, ripped away. It's going to be called for a jump ball. Possession arrow, points in favor of Sacred Heart.
It's going to be hard for them to try to break out here. Full court press, Royal Crown really trying to tire them out early. Sacred Heart, wonderful chance here as they break out.
Kenye kicks. Here's a 3-ball. Money, another one. Sierra Bowen this time with the 3.
And Sierra Bowen's really been developing that 3-ball this year. It's really nice to see her finally extend the game even further out beyond. She's going to be so dynamic, not just this year, but in the years to come.
Here's a Marshall 3-ball. Tries to respond, can't. Ball rattles in and out, goes out of bounds, and will stay with Sacred Heart. Marshall will inbound. Now they're going to switch it up, and Bonnie will inbound. And they'll switch it up once more as Stefan will inbound. Ball played to Bonnie. Back to Stefan in the corner. Ball stolen away. Good defense there by Sacred Heart. On the ground, jump ball. And now it'll stay with Royal Crown.
Yeah, and Royal Crown, as we've mentioned, their side's very experienced, one of the top teams in the league. Coach Lee, Leanna Ose, has been fantastic for them so far this year. And I mean, they have a lot of players with a lot of offers. Eunicia Salgado, Boston College commit. Amaya Robinson, Duquesne commit. And right here, fighting for the boards, getting the and one. It is Emerald Nanny, 2 offers, 1 from Stony Brook and 1 from Providence.
Looked like that was Beata Musa, actually.
Oh, apologies. It is Beata Musa.
22 and 23 look quite close. I almost made that mistake myself. But it's a good muscle down low. You get the N1. See if she can make this a 6-point game. Can't. Offensive rebound, Marshall. How about that? Taken away by Sacred Heart. Bowen gets a pass half court. Webby. Now Kenye in the corner. Another 3 for Sacred Heart. Off the mark. Goes out of bounds. Charbonneau couldn't get it. A few substitutes for Royal Crown now coming in. Number 5, Amaya Robinson. Number 8, Paige Forjour. And one more came in, although can't see. There she is.
I will say number 8, Paige Forger. She ended up joining mid-season. And I think she's going to be an amazing piece for them depth-wise. Adds so much to the team since her arrival. And Royal Crown's really going to rely on her, especially come the tournament.
Championships so close now. Under a month away. Floater. No good. Rebound pulled in by Forjour. Bonnie. Steps back. Plays it back now. To Stefan. Salgado now. Back to Stefan. Kicks it. Bonnie. Bonnie, 3-pointer. Bonnie. No good. Stefan hunts it down. Robinson drives. Ball played all the way across. Bonnie pump fakes, drives. Right hand off the glass, drops.
Nice little kiss on the glass on the lane. Makes it a 5-point game, Anthony.
Nice.
A 7-point game. There we go.
Nice ball movement there by that team. Good team play, unselfish basketball. The pump fakes, the passes, cross court. Usually a dangerous pass, but when you can recognize it and see a good chance to do it, usually works out. As that floater off the glass, a little bit too strong. Rebound pulled in by Forjour. Salgado, ball played all the way up to Robinson. Robinson in the corner, short. Royal Crown hunting this basketball down. Forjour causes the jump ball. Royal Crown will inbound. Oh, check that. Royal Crown won inbound. Possession arrow went for Sacred Heart. Sacred Heart trailed by 7. Under 2 to go now in the first. Ball up. No good. Offensive rebound blocked. Swallowed there by Forgeron. That's a foul committed.
And Paige Forger just went flying in there. My goodness, what a play.
Mila Dople will be called for the foul. Masaran Sheriff checks back into the game, along with Nina Webby.
Now, the fun thing about Sacred Heart, so many sisters on the roster. No twins. I want that to be known. No twins. All sisters. The Webby sisters and then the Bowen sisters. There's 3 of them on the roster. The youngest one in Naomi did not make it out for this road trip.
There's a 3 ball by Royal Crown. They lead by 10, make this a double-digit lead. Amaya Robinson, the culprit on that 3. Ball inside played, off the hands. Royal Crown come away with it. Barry kicks it to the corner. Robinson goes up with the right. No good for Jor there for the cleanup. No problem. Sheriff now. Kicks it. That ball goes out of bounds. Tipped off of Bonnie. She will check out, and Puleji will check back into the game.
Front, chance. Be in the gap. Emma, be in the gap.
Sheriff
No shot, right.
up top to Webby. Webby drives, kicks to the other Webby. Ball is going to go be a travel. Ref calls a turnover. Royal Crown a chance to extend their lead with 36 seconds left in the quarter.
And I know that the weather's pretty terrible and you want a nice little vacation, but you can't afford traveling like that.
As that ball drops, good pass down low, the dump off underneath. Salgado with the bucket. Charbonneau to Webby. Now Sheriff. Sheriff backing down her defender. The other Webby now. Shoot has to go up. Ref says foul, I think. Nope, they call it. The end of the first quarter. Royal Crown lead 27-13, more than double the score. We'll be back for the second quarter just in a couple of moments.
Now I'm rising with fire from what they used to boast. Bridge culture with core, let your roots roar. From Toronto, Jeddah, Dubai, open every door. They say you're small, you don't belong in the score. But universe whisper, you built for much more. Wake up to your power, see the game wait. Cordage your voice, the hoops your stay. Every strap you grab, every shot you take. Be the message in the grind, no silent breaks. They slept on me, now I rise to the sky. Stardust in my veins, see the flame in my eye. Game speak loud, I don't need to try. From shadows to spotlight, watch me testify. Wake up the world, let them feel who we be. Roots in the ground, but a soul run free. Internet connect, gateway to your dreams.
We're back, folks. Second quarter. Royal Crown will inbound. They lead 27-13. A good offensive output from them. Their defense locking down that full court press, kind of working as well for Royal Crown.
Yeah, and the change was made to make that full court press after the hot start from Sacred Heart. Sacred Heart's gone several minutes now without being able to get a basket. We'll see if they're able to break out here now with this possession.
As there was a offensive three in the key, so a turnover, and Sacred Heart get the ball back. Let's see if they can get things rolling. Kenye kicks it out. Ball tipped, goes out of bounds. Sacred Heart will keep it. Ellie Webby will inbound. Here's Sierra Bowen. Ball unable to be held on to. That's turned over. Barry now. Barry sure rolls it off her leg, and Sacred Heart get it back.
Back and forth affair here.
Sheriff drives, fades. Sheriff off the back of the rim. Good rebound there. Here's a Bowen three from the top. No good. And Nanny gets the board.
Yeah, and I mean, this game across all the teams, very balanced scoring. No individual player with more than 6 points.
That's a reach-in foul there. Artiaga Lavoie whistled for it. Going to be a side out of bounds as Pulegi will inbound to Robinson. Now up to Barry. Barry plays it into the middle to Nanny. Kicks it to the corner. Robinson wide open, nobody home. Unable to convert. Pulled in by Bowen. And Sheriff will bring it up.
Let's see what Sacred Heart can do here. A lot of scoreless possessions back and forth here. Let's see who's the first one to get a bucket.
Unable to get it there. Kenye goes up, way up off the glass. Ball slipped out of her hands. Looks like she says, my bad. Hits the top of the rope, out of bounds. Stefan inbounds to Robinson. Foul there. Called against Ellie Webby. Inbounded now to Robinson. Pulegi tries to get there. Ball is tipped. Good defense by Ellie Webby. Here's Sacred Heart now, trying to get something, couldn't. Ball played up ahead. Stephen going all the way. Stefan, no good. And now Kenye with a chance to go on the break. Gets it across half. And now Bowen. Plays it off to Sheriff. Travel and turnover. Couple of bad possessions here by both teams. You know, Sacred Heart and Royal Crown can't really get themselves going in this second quarter. Nobody scored yet in the first 2 minutes.
It's been an interesting first bit here. Both these teams known for being able to do a lot of scoring. They've been able to put it up at steady rates, but as we mentioned, it's not been really falling for anyone so far. And I mean, it's been a decent one, right? When we say that Chance Barry getting a bucket inside, but both these teams kind of struggling, a little shy to get out of the gate here in the second quarter.
Chance Barry puts that layup in, extends the lead. Barry tries to get the steal, goes up again, right hand layup, too strong, but fouled. She's going to go to the charity stripe for a couple more free throws.
If there's one thing that I know Chance Barry is very, very good at, it's drawing fouls. She does it extremely well. She's able to get them at a high efficiency, and that's what makes her one of the most dangerous players. It's not just the fact that you need to be sure to always have someone on her. It's that if you overstep, she's going to punish you at the line.
Chance Barry got the steal there, averages 3 steals per game, third in the WNPA. Rewarding herself now, she's going to go to the line for a couple of free throws where she shoots 84%, went 1 for 2 earlier. Makes the first. Ailey Marshall into the game for Royal Crown. As long as Salgado, she checks back in as Barry misses that free throw. Bowen plays it up the head to Charbonneau. Charbonneau looking for a pass and a travel there. This Royal Crown defense is hounding Sacred Heart.
And one thing I've noticed here for Sacred Heart, and it's going to definitely be something Coach Nora Jones addresses here at the half, they've been traveling a lot of shuffling of the feet, trying to pivot around. It's been going against them, very indecisive a lot with their movement. I think that's going to be one of the big talking points here for Sacred Heart. If you're going to move somewhere, if you're going to cut, stick to it. Definitely don't hesitate, because the way it's going right now, Royal Crown's really punishing them on that.
This is Nanny there, got the layup, extends this to a 19-point game in favor of Royal Crown. Ball up, no good. Offensive rebound, put back by Artiaga Lavoie.
I mean, it might go down as a miss there, but if you ask me, it was just a very high arcing pass. It didn't touch anything, and it went right to Artiaga Lavoie, who converted.
As now here's Bonnie, plays it to Robinson. Robinson all the way across to Marshall. Marshall fires from the three. A little too strong. Nanny goes up, Nanny goes in.
I mentioned her again, one of the best players that I like watching in this league. It's been Emerald Nanny all season. Just such a talented big. She gets boards, she cleans the glass, she does every little thing that you need from her. And here she is now covering Chloe Kenny towards the perimeter.
You mentioned she gets boards, averages 8 rebounds a game. Had a season high of 17 at one point. So really just a very good rebounder. As here's now Robinson, thought about the three. Passes it to the corner, Marshall now. Inside. Royal Crown go up, no good. Nanny, offensive rebound again. Once more for Emerald Nanny.
And you can tell she wants the ball. When she was running down the court here on the break, as soon as she crossed half court, she knew that she'd be open in the lane. Hand was straight up. She wanted it. It just goes to show how talented she is.
Webby. Now Kenye. Goes up, right-handed hook shot, too strong. Salgado rebound. Marshall. Up to Robinson, ball is tipped out by Bowen. We'll stay with Royal Crown as a couple of subs are getting ready to come in here for Royal Crown. Beata Musa comes into the game along with Victoria Stefan. Nanny checks out along with Eunicia Salgado. Robinson will inbound. Bonnie with it to Robinson. Inside. Musa. Pump fakes. Stops. Goes up. Too strong. Good defense there by Sacred Heart. They trail by 21. Webby kicks it. Charbonneau. Ball stolen. Good defense there. Marshall now. It's a 2-on-1. Ball finger roll up. A little bit short, but a foul will go to the line is Ailey Marshall.
And Royal Crown really just been going at them here early in this one. It's been tough to see for them. They've been holding, if I remember off the top of my head, I will go and check this so far, but Sacred Heart through these first 5 minutes held to only 2 points in this second quarter. It's not been very pretty. Granted, Royal Crown only 9 points in the second quarter as well. It's been really brutal for them in this front of scoring, but their defense on the team coming all the way from Montreal, it's been suffocating.
Yeah, that travel could be a factor as well, right? That is a long trip.
I mean, you want to talk about their weekend so far. They came in thinking they only had games in Burlington. They've played at David Ann's. They've played now at Royal Crown, and they played all the way in Fort Erie before having to head back to play games in Montreal. You want to talk about going all over? Hopefully their bus has mileage, because that is a long journey.
And you mentioned traveling, and boy, that is a lot of traveling that they've had to do altogether. As now Sacred Heart on the attack. Charbonneau loses the ball, goes out of bounds. Royal Crown forces a turnover. Marshall. To Barry. Back to Marshall. She's doubled. Now back to Barry. Barry thought about the three, steps in, pass inside to Musa. Beautiful play there, attracting the two defenders. Dumps it down low to her big fella.
I mean, that's what you do right there with your chance, Barry. Draw the defense to you. Beata Musa able to move like a ghost to get behind the defense there. And you just got to find her. Great pass by Barry on the jump pass, and that's 2 points.
Kenye to Charbonneau. Floater up, too strong. Offensive rebound, no good. Kenye goes up. Finally scores another bucket here for Sacred Heart. Barry kicks it. Marshall, back to Barry. Good defense here by Webby. Ball played into the middle by Musa. Musa, she's fouled. Called against Artiaga Lavoie. Substitutes now. Masaran Sheriff comes in along with Mila Dople. It's going to be a bonus situation, so 2 free throws here now for Musa Biata. Excuse me, Biata Musa. Got the names written the other way on my sheet.
And calling her Musa Biata, I think, is just really, really funny in the aspect where it's like you see so many cultures where you read the last name first or the first name first. So it's just really funny. It's a common mistake we can make here, but it's just really funny to be able to check out.
Splits the pair at the line, goes 1 for 2. Here's Webby, kicks it to the corner. Sheriff just checks into the game, floater short. Musa board. Marshall, lead pass all the way up. Here's a Barry 3-pointer. Off the mark on the right. That goes back up. Good offensive rebound by Stefan.
They're having a laugh there. I don't know if you saw Chanceberry put up the 3, immediately hands to the head because of how far off it was. Victoria Stefan able to rebound and put it back up. They point at each other. They have a nice little laugh here. Some more points here now for Royal Crown.
As that is called a charge, a block, and boy, Sacred Heart struggling here in this second quarter. Substitutes into the game. Paige Forjour comes into the game along with Amaya Robinson. Marshall now to Robinson. Back to Marshall. Ball played into the middle. Stefan turns it over, pokes it back. Ball played, goes out of bounds, and Sacred Heart will get it.
2:52 remains here in the second quarter. We'll see if Sacred Heart can get something going here, Anthony. They've been working their butt off trying to get stops on the defensive end. Let's see if they can finally consistently get that lid off the basket here in the second quarter.
So here's Webby. Goes up with the right. No good. Poked out of bounds. And that's going to be off the tips of Doplay. Robinson now. Royal Crown lead by 26. 3 ball here. Off the mark for Jour. Rebound. It's a chase for the ball, and Sacred Heart come away with it. Stops. Ref says travel. Artiaga Lavoie turns it over.
And once again, it's the small things, the mistakes that have been chewing away at Sacred Heart today. And yes, it's been brutal. Royal Crown obviously being a talented side that we know that they are, but a big component really has to be attributed to Sacred Heart just making so many mistakes that if they clean up, definitely the score will be closer.
Floater there by Robinson. Nice move, split the double, and finds herself at the free throw line open for the floater as a timeout is now called. 28-point game, 2:08 left here in the first half. We'll be back shortly after this.
Welcome to the new era of basketball. They doubted you. They overlooked you. They didn't believe in you. But now, everything changes. No more sidelines. No more being underrated. No more sleeping. It's time for your game to speak. Wnpa has traveled the world. We've connected with the top players. We've built this stage. And now, it's time. Time for the game to rise. Time for you to rise. Time for the basketball world to wake up. Welcome to the new era of basketball.
We're back, folks. 2:08 remains, 45-17. Royal Crown in the lead. Have only allowed 4 points to be scored by Sacred Heart. Their defense on another level here. As there is a turnover out of the timeout. Artiaga Lavoie and Ellie Webby just not on the same page.
And as I mentioned, again, it's just Sacred Heart is beating themselves so far. Yes, Royal Crown's been playing well. That's not something to take away from them. But Sacred Heart's had so many mistakes that have been just attributed to them either not communicating or doing the small things that usually gets cleaned up with years of experience. But that's just going to be something that's going to be haunting them here. Isabella Pan now coming on here, making her first appearance at the game.
Marshall steps in for the mid-range. No good. Forjour fouled. She's going to go to the line as it is a bonus situation. So 2 free throws. She didn't know it was free throw. She thought it was an out-of-bounds play.
I mean, I just got to say, Paige Forjour, she's been a fantastic player this season. Obviously, the one thing that many people don't really talk about, how hard is it to adjust to an entirely new system in the middle of the season? Paige Forjour transfers over to Royal Crown in the midst of our season. She obviously was trying to get to grips with the system. She was a very talented player prior to coming over, and that element's going to be something that has affected her throughout the season, but she's gotten better. She's getting more comfortable within this offense with her teammates, and she's going to be a factor. She freed up that lane entirely for Julio.
Yeah, exactly. You talk about, getting more comfortable with her teammates, and that's exactly what she did there. Sealed it out, had the wide open layup there. There's another turnover here by Sacred Heart. Just a long string of them in this second. Under 1:30 now left in the first half. Robinson. Played to Marshall now. Inside to Forjour. Spins, goes up, too big.
Buckets inside from the big. You love to see it.
Barbecue chicken alert, as they say. Pan now gets it over to Sheriff. 3 in the corner. That rattles off. Unable to go. Couple of bounces there. Nina Webby unable to get it. Marshall wide open underneath. Left it short. Ball goes out of bounds, and Sacred Heart will get it. Oh, check that. Yes, Sacred Heart will get it.
And Doplay came flying in to get it before Jor was the one that ended up tipping it before it can go into her hands. Great awareness there. Sacred Heart want to get something here with just over 30 seconds remaining in this one.
32-point game. Webby to Pan. Kicks it across. Here's Ellie Webby now. Inside to Sheriff. Too strong off the right. Robinson rebound. Here's now Marshall. Marshall dumps it. Nice pass there. That's too strong. Offensive rebound. Marshall, she kicks it out. Another nice pass there. Robinson will settle things down. Hounded by Pan. Marshall, nice move, crossover, hesitates, spins, puts it up, off the mark. Shot clock violation as there's 0.7 seconds left on the game clock. Looks like Royal Crown thought they would have got a little bit of an earlier halftime, but there's still one more possession. And that's the buzzer of the first half. Ladies and gentlemen, Royal Crown lead by an astounding 32 points, scores 49-17. Their defense up to another level in that second quarter. I'm Anthony Marinoff. This is Julian Quintero Verano, and we'll be back shortly for the second half.
My name is Silky Sullivan. Who's missing is my wife, the second half of DNV Chill Cryo Wellness Spa, Verona Sullivan. We started this company, DNV Chill Cryotherapy Wellness Spa, about going on 5 years ago. We felt the need for athletes to have recovery and pain management at sporting events. Technology that we have, the device that we have, we are able to spray athletes before they play, during halftime, and after they play, because it's nothing but 60 to 90 second sessions. It reduces inflammation, it reduces swelling, it eliminates muscle soreness. It's very efficient and it's very powerful. Anywhere that they're playing a high level of basketball, they're gonna need recovery. And I must say, this is my first time in Canada. Of course, I watched the SGA, the OKC won the championship, but for me to see with my own eyes, these kids, I'm very impressed. I told Tyreek that I'm very impressed with the level of play that they're playing out there. With that being said, they playing long games. Like I tell kids, you have to recover like you practice and play. They're playing every day, they're practicing every day, and they're training every day. So you have to let your body recover. And so I figure that this is something that we could come up here and help them with, and they could also help us, and we can help each other, man.
What's up, everyone? It's Tarek Spate, CEO of North Pole Hoops, and want to get you updated on what's going on at MPH. And more importantly, what's to come in 2026. This year, expected to be the biggest in company history. Let's lock in. I just got back from our Middle East tour.
Welcome to Riyadh.
With Abdul, our regional director. And we spent time in Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Qatar, and Saudi Arabia, where we were able to meet with major stakeholders in the region that are interested in connecting the dots, creating that bridge between North America and the Middle East region through basketball and creating a global impact through multiple basketball projects, which we're excited to share as we roll into 2026. And as we move over to Saudi Arabia, a country going through a transformation with a strong ambition in sports and entertainment. This is a country that's hungry for more. Working together with North Pole Hoops, we want to bring the basketball world to the kingdom. Now we're back in the United States of America, focused on building the Southern Conference of North Pole Hoops. The evolution of prep basketball, from national championships to continental cups. We are choosing select programs that align with our global vision. As for up north in Canada, the momentum is undeniable. We just finished up a Montreal session, and we're heading into the new year in the nation's capital of Ottawa. As we get closer to March, championship month, the storylines are picking up. In Canada, one of the biggest storylines, David Bottomley, averaging 47 points per game following the tragic loss of his father. He is now turning performance into purpose, and that's MPH family. Then you look at Isaiah Hamilton and Kareem Al-Jabbar, two NBA level prospects who are breaking out in the NPA in their first year of prep basketball. They've stepped into a higher level of competition and structure, and instead of adjusting slowly, they've announced themselves. And of course, the rivalry that continues to define Canadian prep basketball. Port Erie versus Royal Crown, owners of the last two national championships. A storied matchup that keeps bubbling season after season as both programs chase another NPA crown. Every time they meet, it means something. Honorable mention that truly deserves recognition, Yusuf Ahmed. Watching Yusuf rise through the MPH ecosystem, from dominating D1 to becoming one of the top players in the NPA and Canada overall, is exactly why this platform exists. These aren't just highlights, these are pathways, growth stories, and proof that the ecosystem works. And when it comes to women's basketball, the ladies are shining. We're in year 2 of the WNPA, and we're elevating women's basketball. With star talent like Chance Berry, Amelia Sow, Jordan Wheeler, they're setting a global standard for what's to come. So what can we expect moving forward at North Pole Hoops? We're building conferences. 4 conferences over the next 2 years are in the process of being built. We have the Central Conference, which will cover the majority of Ontario. Eastern Conference will start in the nation's capital from Ottawa, go throughout Quebec and Atlantic Canada, connecting the whole eastern region of the country. And then Western Canada starts in Manitoba, goes through Saskatchewan, Alberta, and BC. Last but not least, the Southern Conference in the USA. That is under construction as we speak and will be growing over the next couple years, starting with the inaugural 26-27 season, MPA and WNPA South. Conferences equal structure. This isn't just expansion for the sake of expansion. This is intentional growth built to last. At North Pole Hoops, it's always been about building growth pathways on and off the floor. And entering 2026, it's about alignment, global reach, and raising the standard everywhere we go. To coaches, parents, players, and partners, thank you for continuing to believe in this vision. We're just getting started. Thank you.
Now I'm rising with fire from what they used to boast. Bridge culture with core, let your roots roar. From Toronto, Jeddah, Dubai, open every door. They say you're small, you don't belong in the score. But universe whisper, you built for much more. Wake up to your power, see the game wait. Cordage your voice, the hoops your state. Every strap you grab, every shot you take. Be the message in the grind, no silent breaks. They slept on me, now I rise to the sky. Stardust in my veins, see the flame in my eye. Game speak loud, I don't need to try. From shadows to spotlight, watch me testify. Wake up the world, let them feel who we be. Roots in the ground, but a soul run free. Internets connect, gateway to your dreams. Game speaks.
It's the second half now underway between Sacred Heart and Royal Crown. I'm Anthony Marinoff. Alongside me is Julian Quintero Verano. Royal Crown lead by a score 49-17. Julian, get things going here in the second half for Sacred Heart. What do you think they're talking about?
I think it was just what I've been mentioning. Clean up the simple things. Obviously, make sure your feet are set. Make sure that you're taking the steps that you're allocated to do, but don't be indecisive with your drives. Don't be indecisive with your passes. Even if it ends up being the wrong pass, best to do it with confidence because it might sneak its way in.
Barry got the scoring starter for Royal Crown. As for them, obviously doing the right things, have a big lead, but Coach obviously talks about a few things at half. What do you think they went over?
I mean, just keep it clean, keep it going, what you're doing right now, and I think one of the big aspects of it, as they force this turnover here on the shot clock violation, everyone eats. No one on the team with double-digit points up to this point, despite the team having 51 points. That just goes to show the level of talent all around here for this Royal Crown team. They give it everything that they can to try to keep on pushing forward. And if I'm the coach, I'm saying, you know what? Let's keep doing that. Everyone eats, find the person who's open, find the easiest bucket we can, and let's just get out of here playing our style of ball and keep it pushing.
As there is a turnover there. Good defense by Kenye. Pokes it, and it goes off the fingertips of Maya Robinson. Sheriff gets it to Kenye. Kenye, cross-court pass. Artiaga Lavoie steps through with the left, off the mark. Rebounded there. Ball played up ahead to Barry. Barry drives. Barry gets the right-hand layup, rolls off the rim. Back up goes Royal Crown, no good. Salgado can't get it to go. Robinson fires a three, short. Ball tried to be saved, goes out. Sacred Heart get it back. Here's now Sheriff with it. Ball doubled just about everywhere before the half court. Artiaga Lavoie to Charbonneau. Ball played inside. Kenye hooks. Drops. Yes, it does. Positive note there.
I mean, Chloe Kenye, fantastic post player. She's been great so far this season. Able to beat and bang down low and able to put it up. Gets two with one more in the holster.
Chance at a three-point play here. Misses the free throw. So only gets the 2. It's Barry now. She's pushing the pace. Takes on her defenders, kicks it to the corner. There's a 3 ball. Pure. Maya Robinson.
Corner 3.
Corner 3. Yes,
Corner
sir.
3.
(54-19). Ball tipped. Sheriff able to control it. Here's a 3 ball. Sacred Heart try to respond. That's too strong. Rebounded by Stefan. Robinson played up to Barry. Barry drives. Goes up. Barry, no good. Charbonneau now. Now Artiaga Lavoie. Pass inside. That's tipped, and Barry is there to pick it up. Good defense here by Royal Crown. Barry goes with the left, and 1. Chance Barry.
As I said, if there's one thing Chance Barry knows how to do, get to the free throw line, use the contact to her own good. And she does that right there. 2 points on the bucket. Has another one potentially coming here at the line.
Barry with a chance to take the team lead in points right now, tied at 11 apiece with Amaya Robinson. Couple of substitutes here for Royal Crown. Number 12, Bonnie comes back into the game along with Paige Forjour. And Emerald Nani comes into the game.
So funny, she was already in the game, sees that Beata Musa's coming in, thinks the sub's for her. And coach, just get back out there. She was waiting for the shooter. She was waiting for Chance to finish her free throw.
Yeah, you typically don't see all the 3, the big players. They're all out there.
Hey, you want to make life harder for Sacred Heart, run the 3 big rotation here. Might as well, you know. Give it what you can here.
Robinson. Robinson again in the corner. She's going to fire it. No good. Forjour goes back up. 2 big down low. There's that 3 big lineup paying dividends. Bowen. Kicks it. Webby. Back to Bowen. Pass inside to Kenya. Kenya goes up. Fouled. She's going to go to the line for a couple of free throws.
Once again, Kenya headed to the line. I mean, she's been able to do so. She's been doing very well in terms of contact down low. Let's see if she's able to convert these chances at the free throw line.
Beata Musa called for the foul. Kenya gets the first free throw to go. Unable to get the second. Forjour rebound. Here come Royal Crown. Bonnie. Kicks it to Nani. Back to Bonnie. Back to Nani. Little give and go action between those 2. Now Musa. Drives, goes up with the right. Too strong. Absorbs the Chloe Kenya contact. No problem.
Easy. Not a complaint in the world there. Royal Crown's been cooking so far in the third.
The lead now ballooned all the way up to 41. As Royal Crown lead 61-20 as there's a turnover. A chance to extend it here. Robinson on the run. 2-on-1. Here's a nice pass to Nani. Too easy on the fast break. Beautiful chemistry there. Now Webby. Gets the ball past half court. Bowen. Looks for a drive. Has to kick it out. Sheriff. She drives instead. Steps through. Ball up. No good. Off the fingertips of Musa, and Sacred Heart will inbound on the baseline. Sub coming in here. It's Emma Puliogi coming into the game for Nani, so that 3 big lineup no more. Well, on the other side, Ellie Webby checks out, and Isabella Pan checks in. Jumper, short. shot clock winds down. And a turnover yet again. Royal Crown will inbound. Under 5 minutes to play here in this third quarter. Bonnie plays it to Robinson. Back to Bonnie. Back to Robinson. Robinson fires the deep three. Pure. Amaya Robinson extending this lead 46.
I mean, Amaya Robinson's been electric so far today. She's been the lead scorer for this Royal Crown team. And, I mean, you can see why. 4 for 9 from three-point land. 14 points for her in this one.
4 threes. Really good to see the three-point shot falling for her. 5 of 13 overall. As that shot was off the mark, there's a three-pointer from Musa. Too strong. Here, the Royal Crown bench all giving a giggle there. As I see, that might not be something you see too often. Bowen to Charbonneau. Now Kenye. Kenye drives, goes all the way, too strong. Kenye, offensive rebound. Goes up, fouled. She's going to go to the line once more. And just quickly about Chloe Kenye, her offensive rebounding averages 6.8 offensive rebounds a game. 6.8. She had a game where she had 17 offensive rebounds. That was against Notre Dame.
That's
I thought maybe it was a mistake on the stat sheet. No, that's what it said.
Kenye cleans the glass, man. That's what she does. She's been a fantastic player for Sacred Heart, a crucial player for Sacred Heart. It's been a tough game today for them as a unit, but Kenye's just been able to get things going, especially on the glass leading here in the third.
As Royal Crown calls the timeout, they want to talk things over here. We'll be back in the break after this.
They've been sleeping tons of. Wake up, wake up. Wake up is a new day, new era. Lights on, game loud, move clearer. They slept too long, now the storm got nearer. Wake up, look in the mirror. Wake up, you feel that shift in the air. Stardust burn, old crew in the flare. What's gonna shake when the dreamers declare? Wake up, we already here. Wake up, wake up. Cold floors, no name on the list. We built from the shadows, can't sleep on this. Every miss was a spark, now the flames exist. Universe are aligned, can't resist the twist. They hit snooze while we built in the dark. Now we run plays with celestial love. From the north to the world, hear the engine start. Wake up, we igniting the spark. This the moment when the lights flip.
Timeout finished. Royal Crown up big here. 66-21, 3:47 remained in the third quarter. Bonnie plays it to Puliogi. Back to Bonnie. See Sacred Heart in a zone here now. Puliogi. Pass inside, and that zone works already. Steal there for Sacred Heart. Charbonneau. To Powell. There's a pass inside. Pan, jabs, kicks. Charbonneau. Now Bowen. Bowen kicks it. Kenye. She has to drive, dribbles it off of her leg, out of bounds. Good defense there by Forjour. Bonnie brings it up. She's guarded by Charbonneau. Now Robinson, leading scorer of the game, kicks it. Puliogi in the corner. Off the mark, nobody there. There's an offensive rebound though, and that one is short. Salgado couldn't get that one to drop. Bowen Kenye. Now Charbonneau. Charbonneau drives with the left. Charbonneau. Lefty finish. It's good.
Nice little finish there from Rose Charbonneau. It is late in game, but what matters here is what you learn, what you can improve, and if they can get a couple shots up here, make sure they can feel a little confident in terms of how this game ends. It'll be nice for them heading into the tournament.
Yeah, just because the score might be lopsided, it doesn't mean there's still nothing to do, right? There's still so much you can do. You learn as a defense. You see the zone on the other side for Sacred Heart working quite well. They've forced a couple of steals now.
I had a chat with head coach Nora Jones, and she told me, yeah, these girls, we split them into two teams for the competitions that we have out in Montreal, in the provincial leagues and whatnot. And they struggled throughout the season, just as we've seen here in NPA. It's not been super clean for them throughout. But as soon as we ended up hitting playoffs, both teams turned it on, and now guess who's playing in the finals of the provincial playoffs out in Montreal? It's both Sacred Heart teams against each other. So, you know what? And obviously, as I mentioned, if you're able to heat up, you're able to get changes that can be of note for the team. Hey, come March, you never know when you can make the run.
Yeah, once you're in the playoffs, really, it's a whole different game. You could be a low seed, you could be a high seed, but it's about the games in front of you, not what's behind. And you just got to look forward to what's ahead. As now Bowen with it to Sheriff. Here's Charbonneau. Charbonneau kicks it back out to Pan. Now Sheriff. Bowen. Back to Sheriff. Sheriff. That is going to be a three-pointer. Drops here for Sacred Heart. 66-26. Pliogi. Pass to Marshall. Too high, out of bounds. Sacred Heart here, forcing a few turnovers. It's nice to see that on the defensive end. Timeout now called by Royal Crown. 40-point game, 1 minute remains in the third. We'll be back right after this.
My name is Chaz Louisi from Wnpa Threads. We are going to outfit a basketball player from head to toe. We do on-court apparel for uniforms, and then we do warm-up apparel, shooting shirts, off-court apparel. We do track suits, and then we do backpacks to carry all the gear to games to and from. Like North Pole Hoops helping on the league side and exposure side, we're going to help with the apparel side as well. They look good, feel good, play good, right? So trying to help kids do that and help as many kids as possible. Right?
We're back, folks. Sacred Heart will inbound. Bowen to Charbonneau. Now Bowen to Sheriff. Uses the dope play screen. Pan kicks it to the corner. Charbonneau, three ball. Corner three is good.
Corner three. Big bucket there from Rose Charbonneau. The sharpshooter on the team really starting to get something going here. I believe it's her 5th point here in the last 2 minutes, I want to say.
Yeah, she's had a good third quarter as Chance Berry off the glass responds with the floater. About one possession left in this. At least that's the amount of time. Bowen to Charbonneau. Charbonneau drives, steps back, looking for a pass. Pan to Bowen. That's going to be off the mark, and that does it for the third quarter. 68-29, Royal Crown lead over Sacred Heart. We'll be back for the fourth in a couple of minutes. Stay tuned.
Every player deserves a chance to be seen, a chance to be heard, a chance to leverage opportunities and showcase their skills. At NPH, players and teams can create their very own unique pieces of content, from individual player and team mixtapes to feature stories, program documentaries, and live broadcast experiences. NPH creates high-quality visual content with one purpose: exposure. Canada breeds basketball talent, and the players and programs deserve a chance to showcase it. So wake up, because exposure starts here.
Fourth quarter action underway. Royal Crown, Sacred Heart, 68-29, Royal Crown lead. A little bit of a run at the end of the third quarter there by Sacred Heart. Musa unable to get that one to go. Foul calls here. Ellie Webby whistled for the foul. Marshall will inbound. To Bonnie. Play to Barry. Barry splits the double. Barry pass to the corner. Beautiful pass. Highlight reel that. Ailey Marshall with the three ball.
Corner three. Once again, wonderful bucket there.
Artiaga Lavoie kicks. Charbonneau from the wing. Charbonneau, pure. Gets that three back nice and quickly. Barry drives, fouled. Ball goes off the back iron. She's going to go to the line for 2 free throws, drawing yet another foul.
Yeah, one thing I want to mention is regular season here for North Pole Hoops, whether it's the WNPA or the NPA. If I remember correctly, it is 10 games. So after this one right here, we will be seeing Sacred Heart. This is their final game. They've already had 9 this season. They'd be finishing it up here. On the side of Royal Crown, they would have 2 games remaining in this regular season. We'll see who they'll probably be taking on in that time. They have a game scheduled, if I remember correctly, on March 3rd. Yes, they do. They'll be taking on Niagara Prep right here, and that's going to be a fun one there. Niagara Prep currently 5-2 on the season. They play King's Christian later on tonight, who are 6-3, looking to wrap up their regular season.
Well, it's a big battle for that 1 seed as Bowen makes the layup there, but that 1 seed really, it's split between 3 teams at the top there, and it's all really neck and neck. It's close.
I mean, right now, I'll be honest, it's not as close anymore. Fort Erie, with the 2 wins they had this weekend, massive wins. They're 8-1. They have one more game today. They'll be taking on
that Fort Erie win was proved to be crucial here over Royal Crown. They're the only team that have beat Royal Crown. So if it becomes tied, it's close.
Yeah, and I'm looking here. Weird scoring situation. I'm scrolling through here, and it seems that there was a problem on the website. If you go to check your stats, ladies and gentlemen, so no Edge. I don't know if Edge got given a forfeit win, and as did Code, but they did play each other earlier today, and that game's still in progress according to the stats website. Odd situation going on right now there, so do not fret if it comes down to the stats tables and whatnot. All that will be updated most likely later tonight or throughout this weekend, but a look forward still for this weekend. As I mentioned, King's Christian take on Niagara Prep at 3:15 in Fort Erie. So if you want to catch some border basketball there, you're going to be able to catch that there. Meanwhile, you look on over to the North Pole hoops on the NPA side. As it currently stands, we will be seeing St. Jude's beat CSJV this morning, 109-86 in the first game of the day. We were almost there for that one, but in the end, they weren't needing us. CJ Nelson, 33 points from the kid. He's been fantastic this season. Toro Olaye with 20 and 19 for Kamar Grant. Their big three performing nicely. Meanwhile, for CSJV, 26 points from Abdel Sanogo. Just was not enough to try to get him the result. 20 points from Mansley Dorneval. And later on, right after this one, 2:30 game, we have Crestwood taking on Tri-City. Houghton Prep taking on Ridley College at 4:30. And lastly, King Heights finish off the session here at Royal Crown, taking on Polaris.
Lots of games to look forward to. That's all I'm hearing. It's got lots more basketball, and good to be, tuned in and watch everything, really get a feel for these guys just before they go into playoffs and see how they operate. Royal Crown here, lead 77-34. Robinson to Marshall. Robinson, no hesitation, 3-ball. And a timeout is called here by Sacred Heart.
And yeah, it's your 5th three of the day. And, we'll be coming out of this timeout very, very shortly. 7:12 remaining, 80-34. But Maya Robinson's been on fire from beyond the arc.
My name is Sonny Suits, and I'm the co-founder and director of Western Canada Prep Academy. We started our program to help keep kids home that were leaving to play prep school in other areas, so we wanted to provide an option for that high-performance environment in Edmonton. For us, joining the Wnpa is a natural progression. We want to be able to participate in a national platform. We've been playing against a lot of Americans over the years, and we feel like playing in a national Canadian league is a really good look for our program. Having an MPH Western Conference will allow us to have better games at home, and that's always been a thing going out west. But there's a couple really good anchor programs out here that we get to play, but there's not enough to allow them to advance. And creating that conference will allow us to have more sustainable, high level of competition regularly in our area. That helps in a lot of different ways, and it's going to help grow the game quite a bit by just having that presence out there.
We're back, folks. 4th quarter here, 80-34. Royal Crown with the lead. A shade above 7 minutes remains in this game. Sheriff to the corner. Webby, floater. Ball spills out. Charbonneau back up. Gets it in. Easy short jump shot there for Rose Charbonneau. Robinson. Now to Marshall. Back to Robinson. Inside to the middle to Barry. Barry tries to create space, goes up with the right. Good touch, and it drops. She's up to 19 points now. Game high. Amaya Robinson just behind her at 17. Here's a 3-ball. No good by Artiaga Lavoie. Now Barry again on the break. Royal Crown have numbers. There's a layup. Lefty layup is good. Salgado. Webby. To Sheriff. Sheriff gets it to the corner. Charbonneau thought about the 3. She steps into the paint. Now Sheriff, she says, I'll take it. That's no good. And Fourjour gets the board. Dribbles it up, passes, and there's a Marshall layup left hand, and one makes this a 50-point game. A chance to make it a 51-point game.
Apologies there. Ailey Marshall now at double digits. That's her 10th point of the game. 11th one potentially coming here at the line, but Royal Crown's really been pouring it on today. Amaya Robinson, as you mentioned, 17 points. Chance Berry, 19 points. But on top of that, Eunice Salgado has 8 rebounds. She's been very, very dominant on that front. 9 rebounds for Paige Forge. She's been great in this one. And so many steals, 4 for Barry and 2 for Amaya Robinson. They've been all over so far, this Royal Crown team.
Sheriff. Up to Artiaga Lavoie. Back to Sheriff. In the corner to Webby. Webby. Back to Sheriff. Ball played around. Sheriff hounded by Marshall. Good defense there. Barry there to intercept it. Barry, Euro step. Nice move to get around the defender. Up to 21 now.
Great footwork there from Chance Barry on the attack to the basket. Takes it strong, takes it hard, but most importantly, takes it cleanly. Able to get right to the hoop, tack on 2 more.
89-36. Artiaga Lavoie kicks it inside to, not Artiaga Lavoie. Here's a 3-pointer by Webby off the mark. Both teams seem to be emptying their benches here for the final 4:40 of this game. Check that, not emptying their benches, rather just making mass substitutions.
I'd be very concerned if they were emptying their benches, considering that fighting isn't really allowed in basketball in general. But, I mean, this is Canada, we have a strong hockey culture. All jokes aside, though, yeah, they go in, they make big mass subs here. I believe 5 new players on the court for both sides. So everyone's going to get a nice little breather. Everyone's going to be able to finalize this game and try to give it everything they can before the final whistle goes.
Bowen. Guarded up top by Robinson. Kicks it off to Sheriff. Back to Bowen off her fingertips. Royal Crown will inbound on the side. Steffen to Robinson. Puriogi gets it back to Robinson. Now Steffen. Good screen there by Bourgeois. Left hand layup, no good. Musa chasing it down, saves it, and Robinson gets it. Robinson steps back, 3-ball, hits the left side of the rim. Musa rebound again. Musa goes up. Beautiful footwork.
Great to see from Beata Musa. She's also going to work here on the inside. And to talk about the story of the season so far, Beata Musa and Emerald Nanny both were primarily people that were going to come off the bench. They weren't really slated to be the starters for his Royal Crown team. But if you see right here, one of the big names that isn't playing today, hasn't played since October 18th, is Johanna Fami. She's top 10 in her class, in the class of 2026. She's a Pitt commit. Very talented player. She's been hurt so far this season, so they've needed Nanny, they've needed Musa, both to step up in the moments that they've been put on the court. I think it's a big reason why they also went and added Paige Forjor in the middle of the season, just to make sure that they have great stability at the big position. And guess what? They have 3 great gems at that position there. It just made this Royal Crown team significantly deeper and very much a force to be reckoned with.
You mentioned Johanna Fami. 2 games she played this year for this Royal Crown team, and in those games, she only missed a combined 1 shot. 1.
Wow.
So obviously a big loss, it's really crucial, but like you said, adding someone like Paige Vorshore and everybody else stepping up, it's a deep team. Royal Crown, obviously very high aspirations. They're up here big time, up 54. So here's now Robinson trying to get it to Barry. Barry gets it. That ball goes out of bounds, and Royal Crown will keep the ball. Sub coming in here. Ailey Marshall checks into the game, and Chance Barry will check out. Emma Puliogi checks into the game, and Amaya Robinson also checks out.
Barry and Robinson both giving a nice little breather here. Probably will not see them again in the last 250 of this game, but they've been electric. One of them with 21 points, the other one, if I remember correctly, 17. So it's been great to see what they can do in this one. They've both been well-deserving in terms of the highest scoring. Well-deserved breather here to close out the game.
This Royal Crown squad has 4 players in double digits when it comes to their score. 5 players. Really balanced effort by this Royal Crown team. Big reason why they're up so big. Pass inside to Steffen. She kicks it out. Marshall, 3-ball. That's short. Rebound there by Sacred Heart. Bowen now. Pass intercepted. Musa there. Puliogi. Now Steffen to the corner. Marshall, pump fakes, drives, goes up, and there is going to be a turnover. Ball hit the bottom of the rim. Timeout called here by Royal Crown. 1:52 remains. We'll be back to finish off this game in a second.
Right back. You guys got to be aggressive. 6 minutes left. It's a 13-point game. Okay, this is the time. Now's the time.
Stay focused.
We're back to finish off this game. 1:52 remains. It's 91-37. Royal Crown keeping their foot on the gas. Sacred Heart will get a chance here to try and figure some things out at this tail end of the game. As there, Bowen is off the mark. Gets her own offensive rebound. Sheriff, she drives, goes up. Sheriff is going to go to the line for a couple of free throws. Sheriff, a 56% free throw shooter, gets the first one to go. 10 points in 4 of the 9 games this season. A more consistent player on this Sacred Heart team as she gets both to drop.
And I do want to mention here on the side of Sacred Heart, yes, it's not been a great game for them here. It's been a tough session all around for them. But the bright side, they've been very, very much one of the more harder working teams. They've had a lot of travel. I think come nationals, when they don't have to travel all over for all their games, you throw that element, get a nice little month here to get healthy. You end up getting Annabelle Bowen back to full strength here. Bowen's still going to be able to be a key piece for this team. But most importantly, for how young of a team this is, the hill is still climbing. I mean, you look at it right here. Masaran Sheriff, she's been fantastic today, class of 2029. Chloe Kenyi, class of 2028. She still has 2 more years here. Rose Charbonneau, a great shooter. She also has 2 more years here in 2028. Sierra Bowen, the heart and soul of this team, the main leader of the side as she takes this 3. She's class of 2028. Annabelle Bowen, who've been talking about how her missing today has been so crucial. Class of 2030. I don't know how old you're going to be in 2030, Anthony, but in 2030, I will be turning 29 years old. That makes me feel old as someone who's currently 24, right? These players are so insanely young and insanely talented on the side of Sacred Heart. Yes, they're going to be struggling this year, especially against a team like Royal Crown that has so much prestige. They have the Chance Berries. They have the Eunicia Salgados. They have the Amaya Robinsons. But they can keep their head up high. They play strong. They play until the end, and that's something that you really cannot discount. It's something they've been talking about throughout. Nora Jones pregame said that they've already had some major offers, not just in U Sports, but also in the United States for some of their players. So expect to start seeing some news about these players significantly more as time goes on.
As that ball's turned over here, 21.4 left in this game. Sacred Heart with one final possession. Bowen gets it, brings it up. Looks like they'll run one more play. Sheriff inside to Kenye. Kenye gets called for the travel. Turnover here. And Royal Crown will inbound the ball and finish off this game. They win by a score of 94-41, a 53-point win here at Royal Crown Academy. A fantastic game all around by them. Julian, what a dominant performance.
It is what it is here for Royal Crown. Obviously, coming into this, people were expecting this style of win, but a way to finish off this session for both these sides. I think they both have positives to be able to take out. Royal Crown, another win under the belt, one more game before Nationals here against Niagara Prep, and then it's going to be a nice one here throughout in this one. Player of the game here today, obviously going to have to give that one over to Chance Berry, but another talented player that we got to witness here today that I will be talking to post-game, it will be Amaya Robinson. Massive three-point performance from her in this one, so we will be talking with Amaya in that front here after this. But yeah, also you look at Sacred Heart, as I mentioned, they've been a side that it's been a tough little portion of the season. They're going to get healthy. They're going to get less tired, I think. I can sympathize on the constantly moving around affecting your performance. They're going to be charged up and ready come Nationals, and I, for one, am very excited to see them, Anthony.
Well, you heard the man. We will be back with our player of the game shortly. But for the game, I'm Anthony Marinoff, Julian Quintero Verano next to me. This was a fun game. Royal Crown take the win, 94-41.
They've been sleeping tons of. Wake up, wake up. Wake up, is a new day, new era. Lights on, game loud, move clearer. They slept too long, now the storm got nearer. Wake up, look in the mirror. Wake up, you feel that shift in the air. Stardust burn, old crew in the flare. What's gonna shake when the dreamers declare? Wake up, we already here. Wake up, wake up. Cold floors, no name on the list. We built from the shadows, can't sleep on this. Every miss was a spark, now the flames exist. Universe are aligned, can't resist the twist. They hit snooze while we built in the dark. Now we run plays with Celeste.